Senator Schiff, with you responding to what you just heard there.
Well, let me just say, with respect to some of the nominees like Kash Patel, this is someone, in my view, who is not qualified to be FBI director, and someone who claimed, for example, that he wanted to shut down FBI headquarters early in his tenure and open a museum to the deep state. So this is a conspiracy theorist. It's also someone, I think, who demonstrated, sadly, a principle of the first Trump administration, and that is you rise to the level of your sycophancy, and the bigger the sycophant, the higher you rise. He's risen pretty high, but that's not what we're looking for.
How about the question about the January 6th pardons?
Greatly concerned about it. First of all, that he could pardon people that beat police officers, gouged them, bear sprayed them, but also, even beyond that, just the general message it would send, George, that his first pardons are going to go to people who sought, through the use of violence at the Capitol, to stop the peaceful transfer of power, that played some role in that. Really, that's who he wants to pardon. The American people, I think, voted for him in part because they wanted something done about crime, not because they wanted to see him pardon criminals attacking the government. They want something done about fentanyl. They want something done about California smash and grab robberies. This is not what they had in mind, not political revenge, not rewarding people who participated in an insurrection to stop the transfer of power.
The president-elect has also talked about prosecuting members of the January 6th committee like you. I know you said you don't want a preemptive pardon from President Biden. Is that because you think the Trump administration will not actually prosecute?
I don't know what the Trump administration will do, but it's for a couple of reasons. First, those of us on the committee are very proud of the work we did. We were doing vital, quintessential oversight of a violent attack on the Capitol. So I think it's unnecessary. But second, the precedent of giving blanket pardons, preemptive blanket pardons on the way out of an administration, I think is a precedent we don't want to set.
And you've communicated that to the President Biden?
I've communicated it both publicly and privately to the administration.
You also heard Senator Schmidt say that the idea that Kash Patel had an enemies list is false. There was that list of 60 people in his book, Government Gangsters. Do those people, many members, former members of the Trump administration, many members of the Biden administration, do you think they have anything to worry about?
Well, I think if Patel is made director of the FBI, then all bets are off. I mean, this is someone who will do whatever dirty work the president wants him to do. So I can certainly understand concerns about him. The remedy there is not to confirm him. That seems to be his only qualification, which is blind obedience to the president. The president can find other people who are loyal to him and to his interests, but who are also loyal to the rule of law. Patel is not one of them.
You also heard Senator Schmidt say that Tulsi Gabbard, her contacts with Bashar al-Assad and her questioning whether or not he had chemical weapons is not a concern to him. Is it a concern to you?
It is a concern to me. I have a couple of concerns with Tulsi Gabbard. The first is a complete lack of experience. Never worked in an intelligence agency, never even served on the Intelligence Committee. There's a very steep learning curve in trying to understand what the intelligence systems do, the role and the interaction between them. Not something you want learning on the job, but also, and this gets to the point about her comments about Bashar al-Assad or her echoing of Kremlin talking points about the origin of the war in Ukraine. You want someone with good judgment in that position because they may very well be whispering in the ear of the president, this is how we should interpret this intelligence. These are the steps that we should take. This is our friend. This is our enemy. Someone that has shown that kind of poor judgment is not necessarily someone you want advising this president.
Your close friend and ally, the former Speaker Nancy Pelosi, she had that accident in Europe this week. Do you have any idea how she's doing?
I communicated with her daughter, Christine, and I understand that she's recovering from the surgery well. So our thoughts are going out to her. She's an amazing person, and as strong and as tough as she is, I know she'll be back on her feet soon.
Senator Schiff, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.